Have we been taught lies in school? When we were growing up, when we went to school, is it lies? Is it nonsense? I'm here to tell you that it is. It's total nonsense and total lies. And we have been programmed, hence programming. We get programmed through television, through media, through entertainment, through the news, through the music, through absolutely everything. And I'm going to explain a little bit of how this happens. For those of you who don't believe me about how we get programmed, how easy it is to program a person, we have to start to think about frequency and what frequency does to anything, to particles, to water, any type of particle, whether it's a water particle or anything, literally. Let me explain what I mean by this. There's something called cymatics. Now, if you put a bowl of water on a speaker, that water is going to, if you turn that speaker on, that water is going to produce a image when that vibration hits that water. Now, that image is actually stored inside that water. And this has been scientifically worked out and proven. Now, scientists realize that it's not the water that stores the image, it's the salt in the water. So if you're able to deduce the salt from the water that was just took a picture, then you're able to deduce it to salt. You would be able to take that salt and put it into water somewhere else, distilled water, and pull up that same image, we'll call it, or frequency, really is what it is, and you'd be able to pull that up, just like if I were to save something on a little hard drive chip and then give it to somebody else and then plug it in and it would pull back up. Now, how is this important? How is this relevant? Why is this relevant? Well, human beings are made of what? We're made of water. We have a ton of water in us. And water is a very important ingredient for a battery. Now, all batteries have water. Water is part of what makes a battery work. What the water in the battery does is help carry the current to the engine, or to the, it helps carry the current to the part of the battery that's going to be giving the power. Now, when the water starts to evaporate, the current is not going to be carried as well. So the water is an important part of this. When there is no water, it cannot carry the current. So if we start to think about batteries operating because the water is helping the current go from it's helping the current flow. Think of this too. Think of the word current in the first place. It all comes from maritime law, and all the words are aquatic in nature because of maritime law. Now, current, it helps carry that. So what we have to then think about is, if water and salt is able to store an image, and we are made of water, are they able to almost install ideas, images, vibrations, frequencies into us? And the answer to that is what you think the answer to that is. Think about that for a minute. So we have now think about this. We have a bunch of people walking around, bunch of batteries walking around, and think about them as the positive charge. You are the positive charge of your battery. The elite, the people that run this show, they understand how a battery works. In order for a battery to work, you need both a positive and a negative charge. And that will then get that battery banging, right? That gets that battery all revved up. So if you and me are the positive charge, and where is the negative charge coming from? In my opinion, they load us with negative charge, because they know that when that battery, us, is fully revved up, fully charged, especially with all that negative, that cramming that negative, we are going to then react, because every action has a reaction. We're going to react probably in a way that's negative, because we have been taking all of that negative energy, all of those negative vibrations and frequencies, and we've been taking them and we have been absorbing them, which will then, they understand that perception becomes your reality. So if you're absorbing all this negativity, that will become how you perceive all of these events, and perception becomes your reality, and they understand this. Now, this is it's an alchemical process, and this is just one teeny tiny way that, one way it works. This is one way they use this stuff against us. Now, in alchemy, really the key of alchemy is to become a higher, I'm trying to word this, the best way that I can right now, early in the morning here, but the whole idea of alchemy is to become spiritually enlightened, to become, put yourself on a higher plane. And I know there's the story of turning lead into gold and all that, but that's allegorical in my opinion, or maybe it isn't. I mean, I know that there are plenty of researchers that believe that alchemists have gone a long way with turning material into other material, but and without getting too deep into talking about it, I'll leave it there. But alchemy is about transmuting the mindset, and you can transmute your mind. You can turn your reality into an amazing reality. We live on this earth right here. You call it what you want. It's God created this earth, but this earth is in my opinion, it's sort of a prison planet that we're on here. And the only way to ascend in this prison planet is to understand the truth and to set yourself free. We've been put in a cube, and if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. The black cube of Saturn, the cube that we have been put in by our owners, because again, they understand how mentalism works. You have to think outside the box. You have to start thinking and start using your common sense to start to become enlightened. You have to start to ground yourself in the truth. And it all starts from learning the truth. I think learning the truth will start to shake loose some of the root chakras, and that will then, once you really learn the truth and you start to shake those root chakras loose, and all of that crap that we've been crammed, all that nonsense, all the lies that we've been told will shake loose, and then you will begin to understand what it's like. You'll begin to feel the difference. I mean, it's a hell of a difference. If anybody's ever lost a lot of weight and you can feel the difference in your health, like when you're able to breathe and you're able to go out and you're not, not sweating your ass off, or whatever it is, whatever you've witnessed, whatever change you've witnessed. Now, think about that mentally, that feeling of, wow, that just literal weight being gone. Like, it's a similar kind of effect that you have when you start to pay attention and learn the truth. And it's all about, really, we've been manipulated and we've been brainwashed, and it's all about alchemy. In my opinion, I'm so blown away at how the elites have used alchemy to completely morph our mind. And I mean, complete metamorphosis from a caterpillar to a butterfly, except the butterfly that we morph into is a materialistic, give me more, all about me, I, this just robot of material, a material robot. And when you learn the truth and you start to understand, you can break free of that. I love you all, and of course this is just for entertainment and satire purposes only. Have an amazing day.